Hello, everybody. I am massively excited. This is a particularly special video for you all. I want to celebrate something, and first and foremost, I want to thank all of you out there who subscribed. I am now at 100 subscribers, and because I'm at 100 subscribers, I decided to do a particular video on growing a very interesting flower that I've never grown before. And I ordered these seeds some time ago, but I never ever sowed them. And so, because of all the individuals out there who've subscribed and constantly commented and constantly liked my videos, the 100 subscribers, I am now going to grow this particular flower. And I am not going to even bother to try to tell you the scientific name to it, but it is known as coxcomb. This particular flower I'm growing for you guys. Thank you so very much for subscribing. Thank you so very much for watching my channel. Thank you so very much for everything you guys do to help this channel grow and prosper. It helps the cat troop. It helps the garden/food forest. You guys have been amazing, and I cannot tell you how humbled I truly am. And there's a reason why I decided to grow this particular flower right here. And the reason why is because this particular flower is extremely disease resistant. And there's a reason why, again, I chose it because of its disease-resistant properties, is because in light of the coronavirus, it shows that we do not give up, all right? We as a species can stick together, we can fight this thing, and we can make ourselves rebound from this whole situation. This is in the face of the coronavirus, guys. In your face, coronavirus. How do you like that? The one thing it is susceptible to, though, is a fungus. So I'm going to do some more research on that to make sure we can prevent the fungus from ever getting to this. But these do well in full sun to partial shade. They are drought tolerant, and they just need well-draining soil. And from my research, it also just requires 20-20-20 fertilizer. You can mix in, when transplanting, some bone meal and I believe some blood meal as well. And that will help it prosper. But this is a fantastic flower, and representing the strength and perseverance that we as humans demonstrate when things really come to a head. When the chips fall down, guys, we can bounce back. And it puts things in perspective. Life offers us way more problems than we need to add to, okay? She already has that lined up for us. Life does not need us to add any more problems or any more grief to what it already has to offer. And life already offers just enough for us to be able to fight back on, okay? So that's why I always like to say, be kind to one another, treat each other with dignity, love, and compassion, okay? A sense of well-being. We as a species can do this, all right? So I'm growing this for you guys, all right? I'm going to sow this tonight. And again, I want to say thank you so very much. And let's get to it. I want to show you this right now. All right, so I've got the soil all ready. Look at that. Does that not look lovely? This is rich, healthy soil that I created with the compost that I made. And all I added to it was a little bit extra amendments, such as the bone meal, blood meal. I even put a little bit of fish fertilizer in there. And I will go ahead and put the link in the description below to all of those amendments. Another thing I put in here was some peat moss, and that will help maintain moisture in that. It'll also help continue to help it drain a little bit too, because you want to make sure that the soil that you use on the coxcomb is well draining soil. And as you can see how it balls up like that? Almost like a cake mix, right? That is ready to be potted and ready to go. Look at all that. And this is all soil that I created. And as you can see, the size of that tub, this bin, it's relatively large. So you can produce a great deal of your own soil, guys, just by composting. And composting is not difficult. You can do it even in an apartment or in a flat. You don't have to worry about having a huge space to do composting. As long as you've got some peat moss and you chop up the organic material. Look at that, we got a roly-poly in there. Do you see it? Where did it go? There you go. Do you see the roly-poly? So we still got some life in there. And in this too, there's some worms. But anyways, you can compost inside a flat too, or an apartment, that is. And what you can do is you can get yourself a 5-gallon bin. One of those kitty litter bins that you purchase your kitty litter in is perfect for that. You just throw in at the very bottom of it about this much of peat moss, or even cocoa core works really well. Napkins without that nasty print on it, and even tissue paper, tear that up really well into fine pieces, because the smaller the pieces, the more space it covers. Drop it right into a 5-gallon bin, kitty litter bin. Make sure the kitty litter bin has been properly cleaned out, because you don't want chemical residue in there if you've got some of that scooping kitty litter that you get. And what you can do is you toss in your kitchen scraps, chop them up really fine like, you know. And every time you toss in kitchen scraps, throw in a cup of that peat moss or cocoa core. And I can tell you, you can compost anywhere. And let it break down. And when it does, leave some space at the top of that bin, that 5-gallon kitty litter bin, so that way you have some room to stir it up a little bit, because you want to kind of rotate it. All right, it will produce an odor, but as long as you top it off every single time you throw your kitchen scraps in, you will prevent that odor. Just top it off with some cocoa core, like I said, and some peat moss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sow this possibly in a 12-inch pot. Those are out back on the patio. One moment. Right, so what I did was I went ahead and I placed them in the sink with some bleach. And I did that so I can sanitize them, because I want them to be really nice and clean. Now, if any of you, all of you that have been following along, you will know that when I decide to really grow something, be it a vegetable, be it a flower, I will baby it till it is just absolutely prize winning. And so I got them right in the sink right here, right now, as you can see. And they're soaking in hot water and some bleach. And that will help disinfect them, get rid of any nasty bacteria on them, and any unwanted critters or anything floating around in there as well. So I'm going to leave them in there for just a little bit longer, maybe like 10 minutes. They don't need to stay in very long. Give them a proper rinsing, because I don't want any bleach residue on it. And then we're going to get straight to it. And I'm back. So what I did is I went ahead and sanitized these right here. And these are, I believe, 12-inch pots that we're going to go ahead and sow the coxcomb in. Now forgive me, I am going to go ahead and try to adjust this properly without incident, because I'm on that tripod / selfie stick. And as all of you have been following along, it seems weird for me to say selfie stick. Anyways, so they've been properly sanitized and cleaned, and they're going to be ready to be potted with some soil. And so I mentioned in the video before that I use these right here. These are these trays that you can get at your local coffee shop. I got these at where I work, and Starbucks has them. They're biodegradable and they're fantastic. So what I do is I go ahead and I line the bottom of the pots and the little planters as well with this. And it will help also retain moisture too. So they're really good at moisture retention, but they'll also help prevent the soil from falling through the opening at the bottom of these. So these are fantastic to use, guys. I can't encourage you enough to use these. Or you can use actually tissue paper or even paper towel. Particularly make sure there's no print on them or ink, and no chemical fragrances on them. Just your regular ordinary tissue paper or paper towel will work perfectly fine. Just give a nice good layer at the bottom of it, because they have a tendency to actually break through. These are a lot more dense, and so what I do is they're a little firm right now. So once again, got my bowl of water right here. I drop them in, and they absorb the water really quick. As you can see, I just drop those in. Let me see if I can do that for you on camera. And I've got to make sure I don't make the video too long, because I'm on limited time with my phone. And there's my bowl of water right there. Get that in shot. I believe I got it in shot. You just drop it in. As you can see, it soaks up straight away, and now it's very pliable. And that way, it can take the shape of the bottom of the planter and block those holes up. So let's go ahead and do that really quick, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so look at this, see? Look at that, nicely lined. And as you can see, it blocks the holes at the bottom of the planter that you're going to sow your seed in. And then all you have to do now, and I'm gonna see if I can adjust this camera without incident, go ahead and pan this over right here. Kind of bring this down a little bit like so. So far so good, because I've had times when I'm filming a video and I've accidentally hit the stop button on the camera, which means I have to start all over again on the video. And we're already 10 minutes, 15 seconds in, and I did not want to go ahead and have that happen. So there we go right there. So all you have to do now is make sure you line it properly. Like I said, you can use tissue paper, or you can use those serving trays that they give you when you order your drinks at any local coffee shop, particularly Starbucks is where I got those. And they mold really quick once they're wet. They absorb water really quickly, so you don't have to worry about it taking too long to manipulate it in there and give it the shape at the bottom. And then this is what we're going to do is just go ahead and drop in our soil, of which I made. Proudly I state, I am very happy about that. And guys, I can't tell you enough, I really cannot tell you how humbled I am and overjoyed at the fact that I've got 100 subscribers. And I can tell you right now, if you've been following along on the Arengo playlist, on the late Arengos, and now for Sidney and Tori, whose channel I will put in the description below, I'll link their channel below. They're with the Naked Gardener channel. Fantastic couple. You guys have inspired me a lot, really. I can't tell you how much I'm really looking at you two guys. And Sidney and Tori, I really hope you're watching this. Right now, I really consider you two mentors. I really do. I ran into Sidney a year ago or so. I would say a little bit longer than that. Can you believe that, Sidney? And I don't know what happened. I think you were coming and asking for coffee grounds or whatnot. And I started to inquire about what you did and so forth and so on. And lo and behold, here we are today. And I will continue to follow you guys' channel. Everyone, please. I'll put the link to their channel again in the description below. Oh, I wish you guys could see this. I'm getting distracted. I do apologize. But right inside this little planter, can I get that without incident? I don't know if you... No, I cannot. Oh, I really wish you could see that. See, this is why I cannot wait to get a proper camera. But there's a worm in there wiggling around. A nice fat one, too. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know if you can see him wiggling. Let me see. I don't know if you can see him. But he's in there somewhere. It's better. Like I said, once I get a proper camera, guys, we can do better zoom-ins and whatnot. And he's in there wiggling about. Wait, I think he fell down. Anyways, continuing on. Sidney and Tori, you guys have become mentors to me. I don't always comment on your channel, but I can tell you straight away that I watch your channel every single day. And I even go back through the playlists and whatnot. And those of you who are starting out with gardening or any YouTube channel, find yourself a mentor. Trust me, it will help you so much. And you won't feel so alone and isolated and at a loss of what to do. So, once you've filled that up, I've already got one prepped and ready to go. Now, as you can see at the bottom, see, look at that. And once I filled it, I gave it a tapping down, get rid of some of the air, to settle the dirt a little bit, because when you water this, the dirt's going to settle down from the weight of the water, and you really don't want the seeds to become exposed after you've sowed them in. I've discovered that is a big no-no. Depending on the seed you're sowing, especially if it's a larger seed, you always want to plant 3 times the width of the seed into the soil. Now, if you're sowing really tiny seeds, you know, that you'll get sometimes with particular flowers like the alyssum, or you'll get with vegetables such as your greens like your lettuce or your mesclun, you can sometimes just sow those straight on top and put literally barely any soil, because otherwise they will not have the energy or strength to break through once they sprout. So we've already got a pot ready, and we're going to do this planting. Now let me adjust this camera again. I should say tripod / selfie stick. So weird saying selfie stick. I'm not that old, but it's just weird because I don't take selfies. I don't do that. So let me go ahead and grab our coxcomb as soon as I realize where I placed it. And we'll go ahead and sow that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sow this. And as I told you, I ordered these some time ago, and I never sowed them. I'm so thankful I didn't. Now that I've gotten more active on YouTube and really decided to create a channel and some gardening content and exactly tell you where my intentions are with this channel. And it's not just, you know, for employment, if you will, or not just for means of creating my own form of income, but it's also because I found a passion that I really like. And I have talents in the area of gardening and whatnot, and I can always learn more. And it's really driven me now to give back to my community, to really help out. So the vegetables I'm growing are not just for for clients and for my own self-consumption, but I've decided that, you can probably check out that in the playlist down below, or in my channel, and you can see that I'm growing vegetables also for a organization called Beautiful Feet Ministries, and they're like a homeless shelter for the homeless. Because my belief is that although it's extremely noble that they get food donations, a lot of those food donations are in cans, which is completely understandable because it lasts longer. Unfortunately, vegetables kind of lose all their nice, wonderful nutrients and color in the process of being canned. And so I'm going to grow them fresh vegetables and make sure that they get the proper nutrients they need, because they're already homeless. And I can tell you right now, when you've got proper nutrients in your body, your mind works better, you sleep better, you move better, and they taste better anyway, fresh vegetables. So I'm cracking this open anyway, guys, and forgive me, I get all over the place with my talking and I can ramble on, so bear with me. And there we go. Oh, look at this. Oh, these are really tiny too. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the first time I'm sewing these. Look at that. Pull them right out of the package. Just crack that open right now. And they're like fine little tiny beads. Can you not see that? Look how tiny they are. So these will not require much depth at all. So I'm going to get myself a pair of shears and cut this open really quick. Hold on. All right, and I paused that video, but you would not believe how long it took me to find these. I am notorious of putting things down. I don't necessarily put them down randomly all the time, that is, but I do have a tendency to put them in places where they're not necessarily lost, my tools that is, but I forget where I put them. I'm not senile, guys, I promise, but it is notorious. And if you're human like me, I start talking to myself and berating myself. Anyways, continuing on. It's rather embarrassing. But there we go. Now these are very tiny seeds, so they will not require to be planted deep whatsoever. Again, if you've got tiny seeds such as this, when you're sowing, you really do not want to plant them too deep. As a matter of fact, a lot of the times you just sprinkle them right on top and they will sprout straight away. Planting them too deep, they will not have the energy they need to push through the soil, and then they'll perish. And we don't want that to happen, do we? Especially because I'm doing this for you 100 subscribers. I can't tell you how much I'm happy about that. You have really inspired me even more to be a lot more disciplined, to be more diligent, more tenacious with this whole YouTube thing. And I can guarantee you, I'm going to baby these coxcombs. I'll put the scientific name to them in the description below. And that way you guys can try to pronounce it, all right? Because I'm not going to even give it a go. I'm not going to even try that. I might have a stroke doing so. But there we go. So now I've got that ready to go, and I'm going to pan the camera down, hopefully carefully, and we're going to go ahead and sew some. And I'm just going to give them a little sprinkle on top, and I'm going to literally put a light coating of soil on top. I'm not going to even I'm going to barely cover them because I want them to be able to really spread on through. And then that way, we're going to have some coxcomb growing. And again, I want to repeat, I'm growing these because coxcomb is notorious for being disease resistant. See, I'm sitting in the Indian style. Namaste. And we're going to go ahead and sprinkle these right on top. I'll be sure you guys can see this. Don't mind the hands. These hands have gone through the ringer, considering how much disinfectant, hand sanitizer that is, I've placed on them and washed them constantly. Could be the reason why I don't have the virus. And I've constantly covered up. So I encourage you all to continue to cover up. I want you well and happy. I want you healthy and safe and sound. We don't want any people getting sick. And this is in the face of you, coronavirus. So look, there they are right there. Do you see them? So all I'm doing is I'm giving them a light sprinkling right across the top. And they kind of just fell right in there. But they're so tiny. They're very tiny. I would definitely show you on camera. I would give you a close-up, but they're onyx black, and they're kind of blending in and getting camouflaged by the soil. But as you saw, they went right in. So I'm going to do another one, just a little bit more. You know what? I'm going to leave those alone. And I'm kind of giving it a spread around a little bit. And then all I'm going to do is grab some pre-made soil. Actually, I got that covered up, but we'll just use this. And all I'm going to do is just take maybe a tablespoon's worth. And I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle it right on top. That is it. Okay? And I'm not going to even really give this a deep watering because the soil is already moist. I'm just going to spritz the top of it, okay, with a spray bottle. And the spray bottle that I have has purified drinking water in it because these are going to get babied, just like the phlox flowers on the Orengo playlist. Take a look at that on my channel, by the way. And you'll see how I baby flowers. You'll also see on the playlist, I've got going some pansies and some zinnias for the two individuals who I absolutely adore, Sidney and Tori, growing those. And I will be doing a video on that as well, an update video that is. So you can see how far they've grown. Zinnias grow rather quickly, but pansies have a tendency to take about sometimes 2, maybe even 3 weeks to sprout. But I'm tenacious, as you very well have discovered. There we go, guys. That's really it. We've got now some coxcomb growing on. So guys, once again, thank you so very much. Let me pan this up without incident. Hopefully not. I don't want the phone to fall. Do it carefully. Hello again. How are you? Where have you been? And there we are. Guys, I'm really obnoxious right now because I'm massively excited and overjoyed at the humility you've instilled in me. Thank you for the 100 subscribes, guys. I'm now going for 200 subscribers. And I get 200 subscribers, guys. 200. I am going to pick a vegetable that can be relatively notorious to grow. And I will grow that for you. And I will grow it in abundance. And I encourage you all, now that I'm at 100 subscribers, please comment below a particular flower you would love to see me grow. Check out my playlist. You will see that I'm tenacious about taking care of those flowers and making sure that they flourish. So please, I encourage you. I really, really want you guys to put in the comments below a particular flower, one of many I'm sure you've got that are your favorites, but just give me one. All of you 100, give me one flower. I want 100 flower comments, okay? And like and subscribe. Let's match up 100 likes. Let's go with 200 likes on this video. I get 200 likes on this video. Let's go for, I'm gonna be presumptuous here a little bit. Let's go for 500 likes on this video. 500 likes on this video, guys. I'm gonna grow 4 amazing vegetables, okay? Amazing vegetables that encourage the immune system and help support it. You don't want your immune system to be boosted, okay? Because a boosted immune system is actually not good. A couple of things can tell you that. You know, eczema, you know, Crohn's disease. That's a boosted immune system. Overactive. Don't want that. You just want to support that immune system as much as you guys have supported me with the 100 subscribes. Guys, please, I encourage you all, be safe, healthy, happy, and do good, all right? Treat each other with compassion, dignity, and a sense of love. Warring, gone on far too long as a species. We're looking to venture out there now, off this tiny little pebble in space, and we can't be taking this nonsense with us out there, all right? Please be safe, happy, and healthy. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Thank you and God bless.